Part 1. How to Manage Your Boss. It would be nice to imagine that the success of your career rests upon your competence at doing your job. But that's less than half the picture. Raises, promotions, and other perks depend directly on how well you can manage your boss. If he or she doesn't warm to you, or worse, doesn't remember that you exist, you'll never land the plum assignments you need to get ahead. And if your boss dislikes you, you're in for a difficult time until you find another position or get another boss. The key to managing a boss is not to envision that boss as an overseer or as a commanding officer. That's not appropriate, because the relationship between boss and employee is symbiotic. To be successful, each of you needs the other. Think of your boss as providing a service that helps you get your job done. Your boss secures the resources you need, makes decisions when there's disagreement, works interdepartmental issues, and secures money to get you a raise. This part of the book provides you with everything you really need to know about managing upward. The 12 Types of Bosses describes the generic varieties of boss, their typical management styles, and a general idea of how to manage them so they do what you'd prefer. How to Keep Any Boss Happy explains what bosses, regardless of type, expect from you as an individual. There are 8 rules here, but the 8th is by far the most important. How to Get the Best from Your Boss contains a step-by-step plan to make certain the boss knows all the things you're doing right, while you also build personal rapport, so the boss keeps your best interests in mind. How to Use Your Performance Review shows the best way to turn your regular performance review into an opportunity to create career momentum and lay the groundwork for a future raise or promotion. How to Ask for a Raise builds on the concepts in the previous secret, so you can approach the challenge of asking for money in such a way that it feels both natural and inevitable to the boss that you should be paid more than you're currently being paid. How to Handle Unreasonable Requests helps you negotiate those uncomfortable situations that arise when your boss demands more of you than you can possibly deliver, or asks you to do something that would damage your career. How to Cope with a Bully provides a step-by-step approach for diffusing bosses who act inappropriately and unprofessionally. Hopefully, this won't happen to you often, but knowing what to do is a good skill to have. Secret 1. The 12 Types of Bosses. During your career, you'll need to work with and for a variety of different bosses. To do this effectively, you need to know approximately where each boss is coming from in terms of management style. Over the years, I've gotten to know and work with dozens of bosses and heard complaints about thousands more, and it's become clear to me that there are 12 types, each of which must be handled in a slightly different way. This secret serves as a field guide to understanding the types of bosses that you'll encounter and the overall strategy you'll need to manage each one. Later in this section, I'll provide you more detailed tactics to work within those strategies. 1. The Visionary. Visionaries are more concerned with the future than with what's going on here and now. They manage by creating, or trying to create, a reality distortion field that makes people believe the visionary and his team can accomplish the impossible. Many visionary bosses view the late Steve Jobs as a role model, and that's the problem. Like Jobs, visionary bosses can be intolerant, overly critical, and unfair, and sometimes throw tantrums when they don't get their way. Not surprisingly, visionaries are most commonly found inside high-tech and biotech firms. When they migrate into traditional industries, they usually end up returning to their original spawning ground. If you're working for a visionary, be willing to drink the Kool-Aid, work ridiculously long hours, and listen to endless variations of, "This product is going to change the world." If that's your cup of tea, this type of boss can be a lot of fun, tantrums and all. 2. The Climber. Climbers are all about getting themselves promoted. As a general rule, they're interested in you as an employee only insofar as you can help or hinder their ascent to the corner office. Climbers are master politicians. They never have colleagues, only competitors. They spend endless time and effort figuring out how to win status, claim credit, and build alliances.